Fire sign taroscope for Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Before I start, I want to let you know that English is not my native language, so don't be surprised if I make any mistakes. When I was shuffling the cards, I felt a very strong energy in my stomach. And I had a feeling that the spread is going to be about family affairs. But as I was laying out the cards, I realized that actually your tarot spread is somehow about a little bit of everything. I see some romance in it, I see some family stuff in it, some job stuff. Probably before I was doing your reading, I was doing the water and earth signs reading, and the earth signs, I had a very, very strong feeling that their reading was just about a friend circle, and the water signs was very obviously and strongly about just romance. And in your case, it's, oh my god, I receive so many things at the same time, so many different energies. It's very intense, not in a negative way. There's so much going on. And just as I said, I feel a lot of stuff in my stomach. And I feel a little intense, also not at all in a negative way, also not in a positive way, just a lot of strength and intensity and fire. Not because you're fire signs, but I think you will go through the week very fiery. The reading starts with the Tower card. I already said that in another video. I never perceive the Tower card as just something negative. And I also want to let you know what you don't see here on the side. I have another tarot spread for some extra clarifications. I don't want to put it on the screen because it would just look like a mess. Yeah, I got my own unique, weird tarot style, and in your case, don't worry, the Tower, I have a feeling you will not be really affected by it. My clarification card is the Seven of Cups. I think that the Tower moment will be a moment that you are watching. The Seven of Cups, I have the feeling, this is your energy, and you're not literally watching the cups in the skies, you're watching the Tower moment. I don't know if someone around you has a Tower moment. I think you're just watching it fall apart, and you will not really be emotionally involved in it. Only in a sense, because I said earlier, I feel a lot of intensity and a slight anger, not a really bad, aggressive anger, just take away the negative connotations from anger and just try to imagine the raw feeling of it. Like maybe you're a little bit annoyed with something, and then you watch something happening to someone and you're just like, no, I'm not gonna participate in it. That's how I feel about this constellation. So it could be related to a family situation. That's what was my first feeling when I was shuffling the cards. But as I already said, I also feel some romantic stuff and some job stuff going on. So whatever resonates for you, you could use that for yourself. The Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. sometimes I just need to feel into things. So I take a little break or start to speak a little bit slow because I'm not reading the cards with my logic. I have a feeling that this Ten of Pentacles might be something. I feel it's not related to money. It's representing some abundance and where you feel it's just a fake, it's not really there. I have the feeling that, again, the clarification card in this case represents you, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles is more an energy outside of you, a situation or a person that makes you want to believe in the Ten of Pentacles. And you are just realizing that this was an illusion. Maybe a person was trying to, I don't know how to say, could be job related, could be love related, could be related to a family situation. Someone was bloating things up, you know, pretending that there's a Ten of Pentacles situation, pretending that everything is complete and abundant. But my clarification cards that you cannot see here on my right side are actually pointing towards a lot of mask wearing and projection. And I think that you found something out about someone in this situation, and you no longer believe that in this situation there is true abundance. And I have the feeling that your opposition is still trying to keep up this image of abundance, but you're like, no, you're just holding on to your wands, like, no, I already know what you're up to, so I'm not going back into it. The next section, the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Again, in this case, I got a feeling that the Knight of Wands may not represent you. You know, I always put the cards, the basic cards on the ground. The one I laid out straightly are my main cards, and the ones on top are my clarification cards. And sometimes I see both cards representing the same person, either you or another person, and sometimes I see the main card as the querent, and this one as another person, as a foreign energy. Sometimes I see the first card as a situation, and this is your energy. And I never make things up with my logic. I just feel into it. And again, in this case, I feel as if the first card, the basic card, represents not a situation, but another person. And I got a feeling that someone tries to rush into your life, speak to you, tell you something, leaves you a message, something fierce would be a too strong expression. I would rather call it like someone comes straightly and directly in, but you're like the Queen of Swords, and it stresses you out a little bit and you just cut them off. That's how I feel about this situation. And after all this happened, I see you suddenly in both cards, the basic card and the clarification card. And my second clarification cards on the right side are just approving of these exact energies. So the Nine of Pentacles, this is you. Three of Wands is you as well. And I see you very detached from the previous situation, just being on your own, enjoying yourself, being self-sufficient, letting go. And I also see you waiting for something that is already on the horizon. Like not imagining things, but I have a feeling that there's something coming in. And I feel there's a shift of focus and energy, because the previous story was a little bit troublesome. Just as I said, either it was job, romance, friends, family stuff. There was some tension going on. But you're shifting your focus away from that to yourself, and from yourself into another direction. And I don't know what's going to come in for you, but I see you in both cards. I see your energy in both cards again. The Two of Swords. In this case, I see it as a positive thing. I don't see it as a dilemma or indecisiveness or something negative. I see you like blindly trusting, but not in a naive or negative way. I just see you still waiting a little bit for something, as we already had this energy here. But you know, I feel that right now it is already there, and you just have to receive it. Or maybe you give something to someone, but I think you're on the receiving end. This Six of Pentacles, you know, you could either be the guy who's giving something away, or you could be the one receiving something. Not in the beggar style. I feel you are the one who's receiving something. And you have waited for it, and you're taking it, you're accepting it. For many of you, I feel there's a job situation coming in. But again, it's not for everyone. It could also mean that a friendship or a relationship offer or something else could be received by you. We go further with the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. My clarification cards on the right side look really good. I see you working on something. I see both cards as your own energy. But I also see someone else's energy in it, especially in the Four of Wands card. I see that maybe the person who has offered you something and you are going to celebrate about a collaboration. And again, I feel very strongly it has more to do something with work rather than with something, with some social stuff or romantic stuff, which could also be the case for some of you, but I have a very strong teamwork, job feeling. And I have a feeling this could be a big thing actually, because we got the World card now and the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups and the World card, they can both have many different meanings in your case. And with my clarification cards on my right side here that you are not seeing, I got the feeling that the Six of Cups speaks about your past. And that somehow in your thought and emotional process, there is still some work going on in the background about all this past stuff. But I see you being fine with it, being almost detached from it. And you're just moving on with the World card, because the World card here on my right side is clarified with the Adventure card. And that's why I was saying I have a feeling that this offer coming for you might be a big thing. I got a feeling that there is a huge opening coming and a huge possibility is blossoming on the horizon. And you might even be doing something public. And you're just coming into peace with the past situation. As I said, you're still internally working on it, but it's in the past. It's over. You completed it, and you're open to the world and to your new adventures in the world. And the last section, these two cards, the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. There's already the first steps of the new collaboration already are in progress. It slowly starts, like it's not already in full speed and full work, but it's the first steps of the new teamwork are starting now. I often see the Three of Pentacles as a card of a team meeting, where someone is asking for your services. And I clarified it with the Existence card here on my right. And my feeling just grows stronger and stronger with each card that it's work related. And I think, I got a quite positive feeling. I have a feeling that the new team is like, I don't know, I just feel it's going to be something really good and really, really big, with a huge possibility hidden in it. I feel so much opening. I don't know how to put it into words. Like, I feel a real relief. And I feel that this intensity in the stomach that I was talking about earlier, it's somehow rushing up towards the heart. And in the heart, some huge energy is opening and spreading around. So I got a feeling that maybe you could really be doing something public, in a really nice team. Because I somehow, there's such an harmonious vibe suddenly. Yeah, it's something really big. I know that logically the cards like don't look like ooh, super big stuff's going on, but that's just how I feel. And as I already said, I don't go too strictly by you know, the tarot cards, they always have a handbook, and you just strongly, I don't know, you learn by heart every single meaning that the card could represent, and then you just make up some logical stuff. That's not how I do it. Yeah, I really feel the heart space opening right now, and that there's something radiating into the whole world from your heart space. It could be that your work has something to do that could reach many, many people. That's how it feels. And as I already said, I don't see like by the end of the next week the work will be immediately finished. It will just start. The first baby steps will start, and you're still a little bit in this waiting and contemplative mode. Sometimes waiting can have a negative connotation, but in this Four of Swords, I don't perceive it as anything negative at all. It's like the calm before the storm. Also not before a terribly destructive storm, but it could also be a positive storm. But a storm is always intense. And even if you go through a positively intense experience, it's so many impressions at the same time. And but while you're in this contemplative mode, I also see you, because I clarified it with the transformation card, that this state, you know, it will soon come to an end, and you will be torn out of the contemplative phase, because it's already in transformation progress, and soon things will change. The bottom of the deck, totally forgot about this one, was the Two of Wands. So this is just approving of the whole reading, actually. This is planning, waiting for ships to come in. Or probably some ships already have come in, and now it's just the planning phase. You know? Getting an overview over things, and then, this is awaiting me. How am I going to approach this and that? And which path would be the best to take to reach this and that goal? You know? And as just general overview or advice card, I pulled the Fawn. And actually, this card, it's in German, I already told you. I am not a native English speaker. This card actually confused me a little bit, because especially the ending of the reading feels so work-related that I felt a little bit weird about this Fawn card, because it's a lot about romance and friendship. It says, expect a new relationship or platonic friendship to arise on the horizon. You could suddenly receive an emotional message or be invited to the celebration. It sounds like really like real social stuff, but if we relate it to a work situation, we could relate it to this section. We already had the celebration and the Eight of Pentacles, so probably you will be invited to a work-related celebration. Maybe your new team will welcome you with a celebration. And as I already said, I've had a very positive feeling about this new situation, this new team. So probably it will not just be your professional environment, but it may also develop into something personal. You know, we don't always have to strictly differentiate between professional colleagues and friends. Sometimes colleagues can become friends, isn't it so? So don't worry about the tower in the beginning. I don't feel anything negative. I just feel a lot of intensity and a lot of strong feelings in the guts. And as I said later, somehow the strong energies in your stomach are somehow pushing into your heart, and from there they are opening, and there's something really nice happening here. Really cool. I hope it resonated, and thanks for watching.